Guys are doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. Today, I'm going to talk about shopping addiction and the fact that shopping addiction is affecting a lot of people, particularly young people. Also, with online shopping, stuff like that. And you got to watch out for shopping addiction because the Christmas holidays are coming. And I'm going to kind of give you some quick signs of shopping addiction and what to look out for and how to avoid it. And we're going to dig into some other things. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we represent Black wealth from the Black Business School. The Black Business School has trained over 10 million of our people around the world on how to buy their first share of stock, how to buy real estate, how to start businesses, and we are a part of the Black Wealth Revolution. We also believe in the B1 philosophy, which means that if we're going to solve our problems in our community, we have to put our own problems first. Put a B1 in the chat if you agree. Also, shout out the city that you're from. Let me know what city you're from as you hit the thumbs up button, smash the thumbs up button. Also, hit the subscribe button on the video as you come in. Hey, Yoshika, how are you? Good to see you, sister. Good to see you, Rashad Boyd from Baltimore. And my name is Corey. Good to see you, too, also out of Baltimore. KGM, good to see you as well. Okay, so let me hop into what I want to talk about today. I want to let you guys know later on, I'm going to also do an analysis of Tesla stock on the Black Financial Channel later on this afternoon and explain to you why I'm actually going to start shorting Tesla stock. Now I'm going to actually convert into a seller of Tesla, and I'll talk to you guys about that a little bit later and explain exactly what's going on with that. So here's the deal. So shopping addiction is very interesting to me. We tonight with the Black Financial Therapy Department we have in the Black Business School, my wife and I are going to do a special session on financial addiction and shopping addiction to kind of help us understand how damaging this can be in your wealth journey. And so what I want to do here, as you hit the thumbs up button, is I want to look up the word addiction, the definition. And let's start with the definition of the word addiction. The definition of an addiction is the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. Well, that's not very helpful. An addiction is a treatable chronic medical disease involving complex interactions among brain circuits, genetics, the environment, and an individual's life experiences. People with addiction use substances or engage in behaviors that become compulsive and often continue despite harmful consequences. So shopping addiction fits in there. You got other addictions. You got gambling addiction, drug addiction, sex addiction, all kinds of addictions. Basically where you have these compulsive activities that sort of protect you from bad feelings that you have inside, kind of numb up certain things and help you feel better. And so one of the things we're going to do tonight actually is we're going to have a special session on shopping addiction. And my wife is going to bring in her expertise. My wife is part of our Black Financial Therapy Department in the Black Business School. It's the first ever Black Financial Therapy Department we've ever seen anywhere. And our goal is to work with leading financial experts and leading therapists to understand the barriers that block us from building Black wealth. See, a lot of you don't understand that a lot of the reason that you've had financial problems in your life or financial problems in your family is because you have various mental health challenges that we haven't yet necessarily addressed as a community. If you look at, for example, what happened with DJ Twitch, how this guy was dancing and singing and smiling, and then he kills himself. Oh, this happens in a lot of families. You have a lot of us that sort of smile our way through, laugh our way through a lot of the pain that we're experiencing, a lot of the challenges that we have, and the mental health issues as well. So ultimately, shopping addiction and financial addiction kind of, I think, ties into that category. And so, so one of the things that WebMD actually mentions as a sign of shopping addiction. First of all, they said that in a 2016 meta-analysis, about 4.9% of Americans are addicted to shopping. The prevalence is even higher among university students, 8.3%, and among shoppers, 16.2%. So college students have a little bit more of an addiction than, or more likelihood of addiction. They said the advent of internet shopping makes it easier to buy in the comfort and privacy of your home, potentially increasing the rate of shopping addiction. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars or go into debt to be addicted to shopping, although these are some red flags. So a few red flags they mentioned are negative emotions and low self-esteem, They said that shopping can be a distraction from unpleasant emotions. And actually tonight, when we get together for our Black Financial Therapy session, we're going to actually talk about some of this. We're going to go into detail with this. Second might be a preoccupation with shopping, if you're thinking about it all the time. Third, shopping in secret. People tend to hide their addictions and do them privately. The next one they mentioned is being unable to stop. The next one is compromising your values or well-being in order to shop. So ultimately, what I want you to do is just kind of think about this as kind of an awareness exercise. Maybe some of you, maybe you're not addicted to shopping, but at the same time, one of the things is that I've noticed is that in the Black community, we at the very least have to deal with financial addiction. Financial addiction is basically a scenario, in my view, where you're at a point where you need income from a certain source in order to feel normal. That if your income gets cut off, you're willing to do unhealthy things to maintain your financial security, or you are doing things that are unhealthy or not beneficial to you in order to get money. Maybe you date somebody that you don't even like in order to get money. Maybe you'll commit a crime in order to get money, right? Because having that money makes you feel balanced. And the thing is, it's the interesting thing about financial addictions is that the more money you have, I think that opens the door to more financial addiction. Because, I remember when I first got my job at Syracuse University and I was a broke graduate student, I was making about $12,000 a year. And I remember getting that first job where I was making, an insane amount of money, $115,000. It was a lot of money to me at that time. And I remember the first time I got that new money, I was super excited. I was doing cartwheels in the hallways. It was the biggest thing in the world. Then after a while, you just get kind of used to it. It doesn't give you the high anymore. It's just kind of like, okay, yeah, I need my money in order to feel normal, but I don't really necessarily get the thrill from getting it that I used to get. And that's what let me know that maybe I'd gotten some kind of an addiction, because when I didn't have my money, I became very stressed out. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Give me a yes or no if you know what financial anxiety feels like. Give me a yes in the chat if you know what it feels like to have your money get messed up, how that can ruin your day. Give me a yes in the chat if you've gone through that experience where something went bad financially, a deal didn't go through, somebody robbed you, you lost money in a bad investment, whatever it is, right? And that, to me, that financial anxiety, to me, is what sort of made me think more deeply about the things that I was addicted to, the things that I needed in order to feel normal. And it made me think about a drug addict who may use a drug every day, but doesn't get a high from the drug anymore, but they need the drug to feel normal. And if you take away their drug, that's an easy way to put them into a bad mood, right? Now, here's the thing. A lot of you aren't addicted to drugs. Most of you are not, but there's a good chance that there may be something else that you need, that if I took that thing away, it would make you very stressed out. It would make you would turn into the biggest ass on earth. You'd be mad or whatever, right? Maybe for me, I'll give you an example. Anybody know what I'm talking about? When I ain't had my morning coffee, do not talk to me. Do not talk to me when I ain't had a cup of coffee in the morning. Seriously, I get my coffee right here, because when I drink that coffee, it's like, the sun starts shining. I'm ready to go. Woo, let's go get it. But if I don't have the coffee, I'm a different person. And that's an addiction I have to acknowledge, a caffeine addiction, right? Fortunately, it's not too detrimental, but it is something that a lot of us go through, right? So ultimately, shopping, money, etc., anything that numbs the pain, anything that brightens your perspective, anything that gives you liquid courage or whatever it is, could be in that category. And I think that has to be kind of dealt with moderation and awareness. Okay. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, my wife is an expert on addiction. She's a full professor of social work and a licensed therapist. She's been doing therapy with couples and individuals for 25 years. She's damn good at what she does. She's one of the best, most qualified Black women on the planet in what she does. Very few PhDs become full professors. So she's not just a PhD. She's like the PhD of PhDs. Like, it's a big deal. And so anyway, we're going to get together tonight. And we're going to do a session on Black financial therapy. You can join us if you'd like to pop in. Just go to boycewatkins.com and you can actually find the Black Family Wealth Masterclass that we have. It's down, or you look for Financial Therapy with Dr. Alicia Watkins. It's right there on my website if you'd like to join us It's really, really good. It's really, really powerful. It's really, really beneficial. And our goal is to really give you something that's really going to change your life. So here it is. If you go to my website, I got a lot of stuff here. Like here's a link to my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. That's my new book that I just put out. Here's Dr. Christina Park's masterclass, Protecting Your Health from a Toxic World. She's actually doing this masterclass. She's one of those people that was really challenging the pandemic. She has a PhD in cell and molecular biology from the University of Michigan. These are the types of people we rock with. We want to bring you your experts. Other people want to bring you rappers. We want to bring you experts. So Dr. Christina Parks is going to be doing a masterclass. Here's a free training on how to start an investment club. This is free. This is from me, totally free. How to generate consistent income selling stock options. If you go down here, this is my lovely wife, Financial Therapy with Dr. Boyce Watkins. So if you'd like to join the sessions, feel free to go to my website and click on that link, and you can join at a discount. Okay, guys. All right. Anyway, I didn't really have a lot else to say actually today. I just wanted to come in and just talk about this really quick. I got to get back to work. But later on today, I'm going to do an analysis and explain why I actually switched my position on Tesla stock. I used to be a big believer in Tesla. I used to want to own Tesla shares, and I still do. But actually, I think I'm going to go in the other direction. I'm going to give you some reasons why I think Tesla stock is no longer the great investment that it used to be. So those are my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents on that. Now, Rashad says, what are examples of good addictions? Well, I like to believe I have a few good addictions. I don't know if they're addictions or habits, but because I don't know the technical definition. My wife's the expert on addiction, so I'll let her kind of break that down for you in class tonight if you want to join us. But one addiction I have, or one habit I have, is I've been running. I've been running because I realized something really important, that health is more important than wealth. I started seeing people in my family that are dying young, many from things that were preventable. I'm talking about things like diabetes, bad kidneys going bad, obesity, stuff like that. Like, and I remember Bill Maher saying there are no fat 90-year-olds. There are no fat 90-year-olds. Give me a yes if you understand what I just said. There are no fat 90-year-olds. So that means that obesity kills you. Right. A lot of the things we do as Black people on a regular basis that we think are normal, they kills you. And we just watch everybody in our family die. And we just think that it's going to be our turn pretty soon and that it's okay. It's normal to die young for something that could have been prevented. Well, I'm going to try to push back against that. I'm breaking my own generational curses. I'm just like a lot of y'all. I got a lot of bad habits in the family, unhealthy food, bad choices, whatever. And so running has become something that I've started doing. I'm not a good runner. I'm not a fast runner. I walk about 30% of the time when I'm running because I don't like to run when I'm tired. I don't like being oxygen deprived. It doesn't feel good. But at the same time, I do it because I realize that when you talk about investing, the most investments you make in your life are going to have nothing to do with money. And they say health is wealth. No, health ain't wealth. Health is not wealth. Health is more important than wealth. Health trumps wealth. Why? Well, because if you are a person who's ambitious and you ruin your health, like you say, well, I don't want to get any sleep. I'm not going to get any sleep. And you don't even understand the science that shows that how a lack of sleep will kill you 10, 15 years or 20 years earlier than before, right? So you're like, I'm not going to get any sleep. I'm not going to eat right. I'm going to eat whatever's in front of me. I'm going to eat whatever's in the vending machine. I'm going to just, whatever. I don't have time to exercise. So then you bust your ass, ruining your health so you can get rich. Follow me, please. Please follow me. And then guess what's going to happen? Them doctors, they're going to take all that money. Every penny you got in your bank account, every nickel you've raised buying real estate and building businesses and making investments, they're going to take all that money just to give you a bunch of medication that will only simply delay the fact that you're going to die much sooner than you would have otherwise. The best medicine is God's medicine, brother. The best medicine is God's medicine. That means preventative maintenance. That means exercising. That means drinking plenty of water. That means getting plenty of sleep. That means thinking about your mental health. RIP to DJ Twitch. Don't get me wrong, DJ Twitch. And people got mad at me. A lot of people got real mad at me on Instagram because I said this about Twitch. I said, man, this brother was singing and dancing all the way up until the day he died. Singing, dancing, and smiling. Singing, dancing, and smiling. But I could have looked at his life a week before he passed and really predicted bad things for him because I know Black men who've been in spaces like that. I know Black men. You're on the Ellen DeGeneres show. You're loved by little white girls all around the country. You can't really be an honest Black man and live in a space like that for very long. and it's going to drive you crazy. And you saw videos where Twitch was talking about his frustration with the white people that put money in his pocket. His frustration was that you don't understand me as a black man. You don't understand what we go through, blah, 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 blah. These mental health issues, pay attention, black people, these mental health problems for black men kill us early. It's hard. There's a Harvard study that shows that the black men die younger because of microaggression, racism that you deal with in the white workplace. So one of the ways you can extend your lifespan as a black person is by starting a business and getting the hell up out of that corporation. When you teach your kids how to have their own shit and how to go build their own wealth, and you prepare them, you do things like the $5 a day plan, you aren't just giving them money, you're giving them life. Life is more valuable than money. Mental health is more valuable than money. Physical health is more valuable than money. So you ain't just giving them money. Money's not a big deal, to be honest with you. Money's okay, but money doesn't solve all your problems. You're giving them so many things that they have access to now that they've got the money part out of the way. So when I look at Twitch and I saw what this brother went through, my heart goes out to him. It really does. I saw the environment he was in, and I said, I wouldn't take that job for $1 billion. There's no way on this earth you would see me as a straight black man trying to figure out how to navigate the weirdness of Hollywood, the Ellen DeGeneres show, and being like America's favorite black man and having to maintain that illusion, that smile that they love that makes them want to pay you lots of money. Do you see what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's showtime, right? I'm tired of that, man. No, I want to be real. I want to live in a real honest space. I don't want to be judged because of who I am. So that's a good addiction. A good addiction is that the good habits that I formed, I would say, are running, meditation, drinking lots of water, getting plenty of sleep. I sleep all night and then I take several naps, things like that. Somebody said, what is the $5 a day plan? Let me open this up. I'll show you on my website. I believe it's on my website. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button if you have not done it yet. Please hit the thumbs up button. And also make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And don't forget, this podcast is on Spotify. It's also on Apple, anywhere that you get podcasts. Just look up the Dr. Boyce Breakdown, and that's where all my content goes, the audio version. So let me show you. So on my website, there's a ton of resources available for you and your family. A lot of them are free. So never, ever let anybody tell you that you can only learn from me if you pay money. Now, we raise money because we're building a Black-owned institution. We're building our own HBCU that is 100% Black-owned and Black-controlled. But if you don't have any money, if your money's tight, that's okay. All we ask is that when you go spending money, as you spend money with white folks, just drop a little something on the Black Business School too. I know you're going to go to Walmart, Kmart, and give $100,000 to the University of Iowa or wherever your kids go to college. All I'm asking is that you believe in us. We have the best Black experts on the planet, and we are doing work in the community. We are getting it done. No government sponsorship, getting it done. No corporate sponsorship, getting it done. We have helped 10 million Black people understand the highest levels of Black economics to the point where you're learning more. You learn more from me than the Jews are able to teach each other. So we're really getting it done. So let me show you the $5 a day plan. If you look right here, it's right here at the top. This is a free ebook. You can get the ebook version here, or if you want to go to Amazon, you can get a hard copy mailed to your house. And it's a $5 a day investing plan that I'm trying to get everybody to take a look at. That's why I offered it for free, because I want the masses to understand the power of simply investing $5 a day for your kids. Give me a yes if you guys can still hear me. I'm not on the screen. I want to make sure you can still hear me. Give me a yes if you can still hear me. Okay. All right. So here, so we have a lot of cool stuff. We're really excited. This is my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. That's available on Amazon. The Dr. Christina Parks is doing something that's related to Black health. She's very much into holistic health. She's doing a masterclass on it. This is on my website, boycewatkins.com. Here's a free training on how to start an investment club. Family investment clubs are a massive, massive key to wealth. Family investment clubs that's how you can kill the drain on your family Black wealth, by actually getting together with the people that you love. Now, someone says, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Okay, you can't see the screen at all, or you can't see me on the screen. Tell me if you can see the website. Can you see the website on the screen? Give me a yes if you see that. because I'm a little bit concerned right now. So let me go ahead and stop sharing. Let me know. Can you see me now? Are you able to see me now? If you couldn't see, I hope you can see the website when I put it up there, because I was showing you guys a bunch of stuff. Either way, though, if you want to see everything, just go to boycewatkins.com and take a look. And there's plenty of resources there. And I'm sorry for doing the bad screen share. I truly apologize. We only see a black screen. Okay, thank you, Carlton. I appreciate you telling me that. I apologize for that confusion. But long story short, just I want you to be smarter. I want you to think about things in a certain way. I'm not saying that you're dumb right now. You're not dumb right now. But I believe the reason I talk to you guys every single day, and I've been doing this for a decade now, is because I believe that there's a lot of deprogramming that needs to occur. I knew that, when I did this stuff, when I started doing this stuff, that the majority of the black community wasn't going to listen to me. I'm too critical. I don't go along with things I don't agree with. I am too outspoken about certain things. I question too many assumptions, too many things we believe to be true. But I think that we're onto something here. This is cutting edge stuff. In my view, the people that are going to listen to this the most are people who are not even born yet, because I believe that a lot of the ideas that I'm introducing to you guys are going to be common knowledge in about 40 years in the black community. It's, Marcus Garvey, I'm sure he went through the same thing. In 1910, 1920, black people were not mentally in the same place that we were going to be 100 years later. So he probably had to deal with a lot of people that were living on assumptions that came out of slavery, right? That's why when Marcus Garvey comes over from Jamaica and he's talking about being free and being strong and being proud, some people loved it. A lot of people felt like it was liberating, but there were a lot of people who said, "What are you talking about, Negro? This don't make any sense." So the majority of the black community didn't respond to that message, nor did they apply any of it, right? But it was there. It was there for us because 100 years later, we're able to hear the words of a Garvey and become inspired by that, right? So my hope is that 100 years later, when there's some black student writing their dissertation and they look back and they say, yeah, way back in 2022, there was a guy named Dr. Boyce Watkins who spoke every single day about black economic power and the gospel of black economic freedom and wealth and everything else. And this guy he was onto something, right? That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I know is going to occur, because these are things that are proved by science. I am a financial scientist. I understand money at an incredibly high level, more than your financial advisor. I trained financial advisors more than the people on Wall Street. I understand the science of money, and I also understand black wealth extremely well. So what I want to encourage you to do is just understand that it's not the big things you do that are going to make the difference. It's really little tiny adjustments you can make in your family right now that will put your family on an entirely different economic trajectory for the next 200 years. Tiny things, but I just need you to do the tiny stuff. That's it. So feel free to go to my website, boycewatkins.com. That's where the $5 a day investment plan is located. That's where, if you want that book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, it's available on Amazon. I think it's about $25. There's a bunch of other stuff out there. Tonight, my wife and I, in our Black Financial Therapy department, are going to be doing financial therapy. We're going to be talking about shopping and financial addictions. She's an addiction expert, a licensed therapist, a certified clinical trauma professional, and a full professor of social work. My PhD's in finance. We are using the tool, the vehicle of Black love and Black unity between a man and a woman as an opportunity for us to really collectively build on that superpower to truly do some heavy lifting among our people, and to truly make sure that our people, the people that are listening, people like you, that you understand all the cutting edge ideas that are going to make your family extraordinary. It's not that hard to have more wealth than white people. The average white American has a wealth level that your kids can surpass by the age of 25 if you prepare them today. Okay. All right. So anyway, last but not least, I saw a question someone asked about CEUs. Are you considering doing CEU for registered reps and life insurance? At El Rey, we haven't thought about that per se, but I'm open to considering things. We're not really. I know what people talk about things like accreditation and stuff like that in the Black Business School. We're not interested in accreditation from failed institutions. We don't think that anybody has ever been very good at teaching Black wealth, which is why Black wealth has been declining. So we felt that by seeking accreditation, we will be diluting the impact and the significance of the work that we're doing. So we're not seeking accreditation. We actually give accreditations. We believe that we should be certifying other people. They should not be certifying us. So anyway, let's see here. Paul Smith is asking about Roland Martin. Yeah, I don't know about Roland. I'll just say that Roland is not a bad journalist. I think he's a hardworking guy. The challenge with the Roland Martin, though, unfortunately, is he's in the class of Black political operatives that do more harm than good. And the reason I say that is because Roland doesn't really work for the Black community. He works for the Democratic Party. That's who he works for. And so all roads lead back to the Democrats when it comes to Roland. And the thing is, I don't believe that that's what Black people really need the most. I think what you really need is freedom. And freedom means that if you want to be a Democrat, you can be a Democrat. But there's nothing that the Democratic Party has done that anybody can really point to that has led to a significant improvement in the state of Black wealth in America. And we're not even going to talk about, what happened with our families and mass incarceration and everything else. So, that's, those are a few thoughts on Roland. I kind of feel like, we have to, kind of address this idea that somehow being accepted by white people is a step up, or being connected to so-called important white people really makes you more relevant as a Black person. And I'm not really here to tell anybody that they should agree or disagree with a Roland Martin. I wouldn't be one to tell you that because I believe that you should be free to do what you want to do. I can only tell you the pros and the cons of some of what I see with Black political operatives. And so you've got this class of individuals. I would consider maybe Roland Martin in that category, Angela Rye in this category, Al Sharpton is in this category, and a lot of the role of the Black political operative is not so much to serve Black people, it's to sell Black people. And so what these individuals end up doing is they go and they have this influence in the Black community, using language from the church, or using things like police shootings as catalysts to get to gather Black attention. And then they take this influence and they go back to, some powerful white person, particularly in the Democratic Party, and they say, these are all the Black people that I can influence. What are you going to give me for my influence? What are you going to pay me to have access to the brains and the minds of these people? See, what you got to understand, this is one of the reasons why Black wealth has not gone up, is that you've always been for sale. You have always been for sale. Someone is always selling you to a higher bidder. BET collects Black influence through hip hop and media. And then they go back and they sell you to Viacom. They sell your eyeballs to Viacom. Who then sells it to corporations that are able to market products to you on the BET Awards.